Hey, nice to see you again. It's April the 2nd. I am no longer in Tonto National Forest. I am now in the Superstition Mountains. And it's a beautiful day. I'm staying at Peralta campground and doing their trails here. They have about 9 miles of trails. I'm not sure I'll get them all done this afternoon, but we'll see how it goes. They're all just little interconnecting trails like most parks have, so I'm not exactly sure where we'll end up. The thing about this campground is, well, I saw it on the map. I didn't really know anything about it, so I decided to check it out. It's a Sunday when I came here, and they have lots of camping spots, but you have to reserve them online, sadly. And it turns out it's $20 for that, for a night. But there's just outhouses, there's no water, there's no trash. You have to pack out all your trash. I feel like that's pretty expensive compared to where I've come from with $12.50 a night in the National Forest with beautiful facilities. I guess I'm spoiled. So I'm only gonna stay here one night. Anyway, let's see what the trail's all about. Yeah, I just had to walk a little ways from my camping spot. Desperado Trail is the first trail. Oh, look what I see already. Oh, cactus blooming. Oh, and they have a big advisory online to watch out for the rattlesnakes. So, this will be exciting. So pretty. You know how I love the wildflowers. Oh my. Oh, just beautiful. See, we're already at another trail sign. Anyway, I'll stick with the Desperado for now. Wow, some pools of water. In case you are new to my channel, I have been doing a hike through the Bible. So we've covered Genesis and Exodus, and today we will be starting with the book of Leviticus. So the very first verse says, "Now the Lord called to Moses and spoke to him from the tabernacle of meeting." God had promised that when the tabernacle was erected, that he would commune with Moses from the sanctuary. He had previously spoken to him from Mount Sinai, but now he would speak to him from the mercy seat. It was through Moses that God would instruct the people on how to approach God and the sanctuary. This instruction was urgently needed. Israel had but a vague conception of the holiness of God and the sinfulness of sin. The people needed to be taught the first principles of reverence and worship. They were to learn that not only was God holy, but his house and even the surroundings were sacred. When you think about it, though, one has to be humbled by the realization that God had Israel build a tabernacle so that he might dwell among them. God could not bear to be separated from his own people. So in his love, he devised a plan whereby even yet he might live among them. He would go with them on their journeys to and fro through the wilderness, and at last would lead them to the promised land. But I'm getting ahead of myself. The very first offering talked about in Leviticus is the burnt offering, and it literally means the ascending offering. Depending on how well-to-do you were, you would bring a bull, or a sheep or a goat, or if you were really poor, you would bring turtle doves or young pigeons. Significantly, Mary, the mother of Jesus, brought 2 turtle doves to the temple as her gift after childbirth. Wow, this is really grandiose on this side. All the sacrifices had to be males without blemish. All the meat was consumed by the fire for this sacrifice, as opposed to the priests eating it. Nothing was held back. All was given to God, and this denoted complete consecration. We are not to bring anything less than the best that we have. And we are not to give to God that which is of inferior value, like a defective coin or unsaleable property or scraps of unoccupied time. God is to be served with the best that we can command. Just love these guys. Just brilliant. Whatever kind of animal, bull, goat, sheep, etc., that was sacrificed as an offering, it always said that it was a sweet aroma to the Lord. Now I'm going to do the North Star Trail. It's an out and back trail off of this Desperado one. You see, sacrifices were embodied prayers. What the Israelite was saying when he brought a burnt offering was, Lord, I may have done things that are not pleasing to thee. I am not aware of this, but in mercy forgive, wherein I have come short. This sacrifice covered his unknown sins, because when he sinned and he knew it, then he would bring a sin offering. When the Apostle Paul says in Romans 12, present your bodies a living sacrifice, this is a reference to these ancient burnt offerings. In other words, we are to be wholly dedicated to God. I'm doing some climbing now. We are to be completely cleansed too, because God instructed the priests that they were to clean out the entrails and legs of the animal before offering it. So it is with us. All sin, all filthiness of the flesh and of the spirit must be removed before we are fit for the altar. Somehow I think I'm headed up there. This North Star Trail is the highest trail in the park. I would choose this trail. Also, this burnt offering is a type of Christ, who gave himself fully, completely to God, leaving an example for us to follow. It teaches complete dedication. All right, end of trail, scenic overlook. Cool. Oh yeah. So this is the expensive park I was telling you about. There's the campground section, not very many people camping. And there you can see my car. So they don't want us going up there, I guess. Not quite to the tippy top. This burnt offering is rightfully placed first in the list of offerings in Leviticus. It tells in no uncertain terms that to be a sweet savor to God, a sacrifice must be one of entire surrender. All must be placed on the altar. All must be dedicated to God. Okay, going back on the Desperado trail, and just have to show you this gorgeousness first. I do believe this cholla is in bloom, or about to bloom. So to summarize the best that I can, this burnt offering was a voluntary offering. It was a gift of love, of dedication, and of consecration. It was offered in a cheerful spirit of sacrifice to God. It was more than a gift. It was a giving of oneself, a living sacrifice. And this is precisely what Jesus has done for us. He gave himself wholeheartedly and cheerfully to save us. I mean, how can you not film this glorious golden hour? It's just amazing. Oh, there's... The healing hiker rating for this hike today is a 4 out of 5. I'm still irked about the price. If it wasn't for the price, it would be a 5 out of 5. I would highly recommend it. But I just feel so gypped. I don't know why. I must be in a bad mood today. Anyway, it's such a spectacular time of year to be here. I wonder if others feel the same way, because I did not meet one single solitary person on this trail today, and it's a Sunday afternoon. We do not offer burnt offerings today, but we can have the same spirit. God still loves cheerful, willing service. And that's where I was.